Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. Hope you guys are doing well.
It's a really beautiful day today.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Where we are now, there's been some storms. We didn't notice them, but I guess they're off in the mountains a little bit, and so some dangerous conditions in some spots that we were notified about because we're going to go check out certain areas. We have a lot of interesting things going on right now. I want to touch on this first and foremost. So we see Air Force One just had a near miss with a drone, according to a reporter on board. Something that looked like a drone came very close to the president's plane with the president on it. As we've been telling you guys for quite a while, we've gotten that there's going to be a series of events that's going to be shocking and polarizing, and we could see exactly how it's playing out. And yesterday we were doing quite a bit of driving, and so listening to one of the guys, it makes me laugh a lot, and it is very entertaining. And Rex over at Leak Project, he was definitely wound up, and he was just talking about if you have the way he worded it. What did he say? If you have an IQ high enough to actually be able to wipe your own butt, this just made me laugh. You should be able to see that things are being orchestrated and manufactured, touching on the whole thing with, okay, stopping some aspects of the mail service right in time for election time, and just telegraphing that not all the ballots are going to be able to get counted. People's ballots might not make it there in time. And then all the statements from both sides about, the president won't leave, and et cetera, et cetera. It's obvious, guys. It's just so obvious what's coming. We could tell, and this is what we got before it was quite so obvious from our channeling sources.
It is really obvious. And when I read about this one and saw what had happened, I actually got chills. And it feels like this was not a coincidence. It was not an accident. And I've heard of whole planes coming down over just a duct going through the engine.
Yeah, and again, everything is a big drama that's going to be playing out before our eyes. It's all part of the bigger plan. It's all part of conditioning and getting us, to make the events happen that they want us, the road they want us to take. They keep nudging us down that road by giving us these ideas, and also putting ideas in our head, and just it's predictive programming, plain and simple. And yes, there are most definitely a lot of different things going on right now. Not even, I mean, getting off the geopolitical side of things, there's rolling blackouts going on in California. And think about this at a time when we are having tremendous heat waves and breaking records. And over in China, they're being told to clean their plates, don't waste food. They're getting prepared for the food shortages that are going to be coming. And of course, we have all the chaos going on in different areas like Portland and, the like as well.
Yeah, and China is also shutting down their food shows. You know how you learn to cook on certain shows, some of your favorite chefs, they're shutting all of that down. Anything that might look like a potential food waste, they're plugging that hole.
Yeah, so it tells you how serious this is. And of course, there have been, as we said, lots of earth changes, crop loss, etc. And a lot of this could be natural, and a lot of it could be natural being amplified in weather wars going on and manufactured as well. And so California, they're urging residents to conserve energy amid intense heat wave. By the way, there is a CME heading our way. Thank you, Mark Blue Kool-Aid, Wages World, our brother who's reaching out to me and letting me know. And he does good coverage of all that stuff as well. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, but that should be hitting us on Thursday, I think is what they were saying. And so we'll hold on tight, because with the magnetosphere in decline and our shields are basically down. You got Scotty saying the shields are down, Captain. It's true. It's true. The shields are getting lowered, so even something that is not potentially in days gone by, in normal times, anything that we would worry about in these times, it definitely can impact us. As you see here, first fires, now heat, millions of Californians back in the dark. And, this is big, especially when we have heat waves. Death Valley hits 130 degrees, thought to be the highest temperature on Earth in over a century. This is huge. And so things are blistering, things are drying up in some areas. Um, we've been over the Rio Grande several times, and it doesn't look too grande.
Nope.
There's a big drought going on in some areas. In other areas, oh shoot, I should have sent that picture. I have a picture I'll share with you guys of a friend that's in the Asheville, North Carolina area. And she went to go out of her house, go do some shopping, and the road was pretty much gone. I wouldn't drive on it. Half of the road was gone. It was just a landslide, and a big chunk of the road was just wiped out. Let's just take a look at some of the headlines from the Watchers. So you see that historic derecho destroyed over 1 million acres of crops. There you go. That's just what we need in these times, right? And that's exactly what's been building up. And then we have to wonder how much is just totally natural earth changes because of, everything from the magnetic pole reversal to the grand solar minimum. And of course, we've been talking about this galactic superwave, or however you want to word it. Our friend that is the author, also in the he's in several different societies, including Masonic Society, and he's done research on this forever. He's a historian, especially of the Mayan calendar and ancient Egypt. And he was saying that what it is that's going to cause this flash is actually about two black holes interacting. And that they know about all this, and they know about the timing, and it's all hidden, it's all encoded in our religious texts, and it's just a matter of deciphering it. So when you go through these mystery schools, they show you how to truly read things and not take things literally, but see the symbolism that is in there, because as we said before, this when this flash comes, it's going to be all about your vibration, where you are. It is, again, hinted at in the Bible. When we talk about, lo, I will tell you a secret in 1 Corinthians, we shall not all sleep or die, but we shall all be changed. And so it's very, very important for us to hold as much, love in our hearts and compassion for everyone, and work on ourselves spiritually in these times. Of course, we want to work on surviving these times. And having food, growing food, being in a safe area, et cetera, or as safe as you can be, because truly there will not be really any perfectly safe areas in these times. So we see asteroid 2020 PY2 is going to fly by Earth at zero point 0.9 a lunar distance. 51st known asteroid to fly by the Earth since the start of the year. And then we have Tropical Storm Genevieve forecast to become a hurricane, a major hurricane, by August 18th. And they've been warning us. So part of everything with these cycles is the fact that, the intensity is going up. And that's going to be the 7th named storm of the 2020 Eastern Pacific hurricane system. It's everything is getting more intense. We see the first ever fire tornado warning issued by the National Weather Service in California as well. And again, thank you guys so much for putting up with the not quite as crisp quality, since we are on the road and been on the road for a while now. But thank you for that, and thank you, as always, for your support on Ko-Fi and Patreon. Cindy, do you have anything else you want to share?
Well, only that when I see the earth changes kind of ramp up, I feel that the elites are taking advantage of that, and they're making things worse than they need to be. And I just want people to always stay prepared. You never know really what's coming around the corner. Be ready for anything as best as you possibly can.
Yeah, prepare, and again, prepare spiritually as well as the physical. It's obvious we need to have food. We're going to need to be growing it for ourselves as we move forward in these times. But we need to work on ourselves spiritually as well, because as our vibrations lower, we become a food source for these darker entities that will latch on to us and make our lives miserable. Again, if you guys are into the esoteric at all and have done any study, and you recognize that quote unquote hell, quote unquote, is a lower astral realm place, and that's where all these dark nasty entities are. And again, the astral realm is the counterpart to where we are when we're awake here in this 3D existence, or what has been 3D, which is moving upwards in vibration. And first we have to go through this dark, twisty road filled with all these energies and entities that have been controlling the situation on planet Earth, um, to get past them to where the quote unquote heavens lie in the upper astral realm, where there are more benevolent beings and benevolent situations. So it's basically the road to heaven leads through hell, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
In that way, this is what we are having right now. And again, if you want to go biblical, we are in that time period where it says, "Woe to you," because the devil comes with you to you with great wrath, knowing his time is short. And again, the quote unquote the adversary of us and humanity is really these lower astral entities, the Draco, the Greys. You could call them demons if you want, however you want to word it. But at the same time, they are intelligent beings that have been controlling the leadership of this planet through their greed and through their bloodlines as well, which is all very, very interesting. And I thought this was an interesting little article. Is the moon drifting away from the Earth? Laser beams unravel a new mystery. They say that it's drifting away from us at about the speed that nails grow. And so, if that's the case, and we've been coupled with the moon for, oh gosh, what, billions of years are they going to say? Then wouldn't it have been outside of our gravitational pull? I think again, when you look at the legends, there are native tribes, in Cherokee are one, that say that the moon was brought here after a major cataclysm, maybe around 11,700, 12,000 years ago, as well as not just Native American tribes, but over in Italy as well. They have this legend. So what is the moon really? And we've touched on that many, many times in the past. But being the apocalypse, all will be revealed, guys. So again, thank you so much for your support, Ko-Fi and Patreon. If you need to reach out to us, please do, for energy work or any sort of appointment. As always, God bless and namaste.
Namaste.